Bluey is an Australian animated kids show about a young dog and her family exploring life and learning valuable lessons along the way. It's widely considered one of the best kids shows going right now, combining a colourful cast of characters and blissful imagination with surprising maturity and nuance. Throughout the series, Bluey and her co-stars learn to deal with complex emotional obstacles, family conflicts, and real-life issues, which the show approaches in a way that's easy for kids to understand without dumbing down or oversimplifying. A lot of parents who watch the show with their kids rightly acknowledge there are some episodes that really get the tears flowing. Common culprits include the episodes Sleepy Time, Onesies, and Baby Race, but there's an episode that gets me choked up which I haven't seen much talk about. In The Creek, Bandit takes Bluey, Bingo, and Mackenzie to a creek that he visited in his youth. They travel off the beaten path, play games in the river, watch the local wildlife, culminating in Bluey having a chance close encounter with a wild pademelon. And there's something about this moment that just hits me. I think there's two reasons for that, and they go kinda deep. Number one, I have a daughter of my own, and number two, I live in the UK. Buckle in, this is gonna get heavy. By geography, climate and historical records, Britain should be a patchwork landscape of temperate rainforest, evergreens and natural grasslands, which are home to a great diversity of exciting wildlife. But it isn't. The UK is widely recognised as one of the most nature-depleted countries in the world. About 80% of the country's land surface has been developed or managed in some way or another. We've lost half our natural biodiversity in the last 50 years alone, and that remains is in rapid decline. In recent years, the government has even allowed sewage companies to dump waste into rivers and coastlines, turning our waterways from places of natural beauty into public health hazards. So what does this have to do with Bluey and the pademelon? Well, Bluey the show is pretty idyllic. It's a happy family who grow and learn in the face of life's challenges. Some might call it unrealistic, but I see it as an ambition. Bandit's emotional maturity and availability for his kids make me want to raise my standards for what I can do for my daughter, and I worry that giving her an adventure in the wilderness, real wilderness, might not be possible. Genuinely wild places where you've got a chance of seeing native species are vanishingly few and far apart. Natural landscapes aren't just pretty decorative places to look at, they're essential for maintaining healthy environmental conditions as well as for our well-being. There's mounting evidence in psychology, particularly in the wake of COVID-19, that having access to and experiences in nature are hugely beneficial for mental health and childhood development. That sense of wonderment, exploration, adventure and spontaneity fuels sensory development, empathy, imagination and self-esteem. This is part of the reason I'm such a huge advocate for rewilding projects, not just for the environmental benefits, but because we don't realise what we're missing out on and how much we need it.
The creek is beautiful.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel while getting behind the scenes material and early access, why not follow the link in the description and support me on Patreon. Top tier patrons such as Carl Zuri Lou, Cedric Sammy, Isaiah Cole Torre Montville Cohen and Robert Kessler get a personal shout out. Take care of yourselves.